Hey ho, warrior! Hey ho, warrior! Hello everyone, my name is Chief Landless, and I'm bringing you guys part 2 to my Halo 4 Q&A. For guys who are new around here and happen to stumble upon this video first, I went to PAX, played about 3 hours worth of Halo 4, and I'm now answering your guys' questions. Link will be down below in the description. Annotation to take you to part 1, and here's part 2. I'm answering the remainder of your guys' questions, and let's get straight on into it. Shadow Lee said, will there be any Q&A from 343? As of right now, probably not. They're in the final stages of pushing everything out, so they're very busy, but conventions like PAX are the places to go for stuff like that, because they do have question and answer periods. He also pointed out that he thought that something would be horrible with and overpowered, that having regeneration field armor ability and the shielding support upgrade will be too overpowered. Yes, that may seem too overpowered, but you are sacrificing so many other great combinations, and you're also focusing just simply on your shield, where there's so many other combinations that can affect you elsewhere, and you're just focusing on one thing, which could be bad or worse. To me, it doesn't seem that overpowered, but I do see where you're coming from. Don't worry, it's not that overpowered. Yellow Banana with another comment. What primary weapon did you feel that was the best? I would definitely say the right rifle. And how did Strong in the bolt shot feel? It felt kind of weak firing single shot, but when you charged it, it's like a shotgun to the face. Of course, close range is needed, or else you might as well be throwing a limp noodle at them. Masterman with the comment here. What is your favorite class setup? I would have to say the light rifle for the primary weapon, the bolt shot for the secondary, any type of grenade to start off with, as it doesn't really matter, as I really pick up a lot of grenades. As you'll see, this is the common theme with my favorite class here. Either regeneration armor ability or auto sentry, depending on the mood. I more or less lean towards regeneration armor ability. For the tactical packages, I'd either pick resupply, which allows you to pick up grenades from enemies or fallen friends from the ground there, or grenader, which allows you to hold more grenades. And then moving on to support upgrade, we have dexterity, which allows you to swap weapons and reload faster, or explosives, which allows a bigger blast radius and stronger grenades and reduced grenade damage. You can see a common grenade thing there, which was definitely overpowered and really awesome. For the worst class setup, right now, primary weapons, I was fine with all of them. The plasma pistol was probably the weakest of the pistols in my opinion, and for the grenades, I would definitely say the pulse grenade is one of the weakest grenades to start off with. It's perfectly fine picking it up during the game, but you're better off with either a frag or semtex with something that can actually kill somebody really quickly. So I highly suggest frag or semtex to start off with, and then picking up pulse grenades off the map, as they seem to be very, very abundant. For the worst armor ability, again, jetpack. You're just exposing yourself for a more longer period as you're flying around on the map, unless you use it strategically through corners and stuff like that. For the tactical packages, I'd say Fast Track, Requisition, and Wheelman are probably the worst, simply because, well, Fast Track allows you to level up faster. That doesn't really benefit your actual in-game performance, but it does help you outside of the game. Whereas Requisition allows you to reroll ordnance drops, so once again, it's a gambling feature. It doesn't actually help you kill somebody. It allows you to have the potential to have something better to kill somebody with. And then Wheelman allows your vehicles to have higher health and reduce the effects of EMP, which, unless you drive around a lot, doesn't seem that useful. And for the support upgrades, I thought they were all very useful to pick and very hard to choose from. Shadow Lee back with some more questions. He asked, for the carbine, how many shots does it take to kill? Preferably with headshots. It takes about 7 shots to kill with headshots only, and that is because the carbine actually has a higher rate of fire, so therefore the damage is actually less, but the higher rate of fire compensates for that. So really, it still seems balanced in the end. It's all about your trigger finger though. You also asked, the pulse grenade, does it drain shields and stop vehicles? Yes, it does, but nowhere in comparison to the power drainer from Halo 3. It's almost unnoticeable, but don't forget that you are in a giant orange bubble that does also decrease your health and shit, so when you're getting shot out, that's a factor to consider. The auto sentry armor ability, how many can you place at one time? Only once, as it's usually either destroyed once once you place down a new one, or somebody else will shoot it down, as it's very noticeable. So it is an armor ability and can only be used as often as you have an armor ability available. And you also asked, does the sword have lunge? Yes, it does, but it is very, very less forgiving this time around. I found it was actually you had to be right on target for the lunge to actually connect. I found so many times that I would just go flying off to the side, glancing off, bouncing off of people. You have to be literally facing them, and it's very not forgiving, this sword this time around. The True Wolf Boy has a shit ton of questions, so let's fire through them, and he hopes he doesn't get flagged for spam. Don't worry, buddy, I got y'all back. I love my subscribers. First, bolt shot. What is it? It is a Promethean pistol. And you heard it's a charge-up weapon in close quarters. But what the hell is it really? Well, it really is a pistol. Just imagine a plasma pistol when it's firing like regular shots. It's pretty much what it is. But when you charge it up, it opens up little wings on the sides. It kind of reminds me of that spitter dinosaur from Jurassic Park. And it fires like a shotgun round, which is, you know, very close range and definitely is very powerful. And I really prefer it for my secondary weapon. The light rifle, how good is it? I love it. It is the best of both worlds coming from the DMR and the battle rifle. It is like they had a weird alien baby and produced the light rifle. How many shots does it take to kill non-zoom with headshots? It takes 5 shots unzoomed, but 4 shots zoomed. This is because the zoomed actually has a reduced fire rate compared to the unzoomed version. And how does it compare? Well, it is like the battle rifle when you're not zoomed and like the DMR when you are zoomed. That's probably the best way to explain it. The suppressor, how powerful is it? It is essentially as powerful as the other assault rifle categories. We have the storm rifle and the traditional human assault rifle. How powerful is it? Like I said before, it can kill a person between 3/4 of a clip size, so it is very forgiving. You have some extra leeway of ammo, so make sure you do get it on target though. And how is the bloom? Almost non-existent compared to any Halo Reach game. I found myself sitting at the controller going, wait, hey, I can pull the trigger more for all these weapons as the bloom is almost non-existent. And what is the best range for the suppressor? And I'm assuming all assault rifles, short to medium range. Do not even try over long distance. This Halo 4 is really going to be about precision marksman, so I highly suggest the rifles like DMR, light rifle, battle rifle, and the carbine. The Promethean suppressor, the storm rifle, and the assault rifle are great for close quarters to medium, but you are probably going to be raped to the face with grenades and precision shots to the head from the other primary weapons. We've got some more questions here again about the pulse grenade. Like I said before, EMP basically stops the vehicles. How fast does it drain shields? More specifically, it's I would say it is less than half the times fast as the power drain. And will you be able to ever toss it? It's you could try, I guess, to try and get a Banshee out of the air, but I wouldn't recommend it. You may be just wasting it. You'd be better off just shooting it with a weapon. Sprinting, how did it feel? Pretty much the same, a little bit faster. Can you sprint jump? Yes, you can, but it doesn't feel like you're on the frickin' moon when you do it, like it does in Halo Reach. Assault rifle, is it better than a Reach one? Hell yes, closer to the Halo 3 one, but again, received an upgrade. Stickies, how well do they stick? They stick. There's nothing really different. They felt exactly the same. They stick, they blow up. How powerful they unstuck? I'd say pretty much the exact same. I just felt no different than certain things like plasma grenades when they're non-stuck. You know, the blast radius stayed pretty much the same in my opinion. Frags, how strong are they? They are pretty much the same as Halo Reach here. Can they get insta-kill at all? Unless they have previous damage, no, not at all. They're pretty much like all the traditional frag grenades. Railgun, I did not have really any information about it. I didn't even see it while I was in line being used. Nobody really had experience using it while at PAX. I have yet to even see any gameplay from PAX using the railgun, so if I do, I'll report on it, but it just seemed extremely rare. I don't even know if they actually implemented it. I think that's their hidden gem they're saving for later. The Scorpion, how is the machine gun? Like the other turrets on other vehicles, it has received a buff, but you have to have a teammate in the machine gun to use it. How is the actual shell? How fast is it able to fire? It is, you know, same reload time, shooting time, but it's a slower round, not too much slower, but it actually has a drop over distance now, kind of similar to Battlefield. Heaven forbid I'm comparing Halo to a different game. Don't strike me down, Almighty One. It actually does drop over a great distance. The drop, though, is almost non-existent. It's very minimal compared to some games with drop. Just aim a little bit higher than you're used to, and you should be fine. The thruster pack, how far do you move? To the extent that evade allowed you to move. How fast? Pretty much the same speed as evade. Can you move backwards? Yes, you can. One thing to point out about thruster pack, when you do use it, you're limited to horizontal movement. You will move along a surface. So if you're on a ledge and you use thruster pack and about halfway through your thrust, the ledge drops and goes down on a level, you will immediately drop straight down and slide across the ground. It's like you're on a magnet and on a track and you don't leave the ground. So if you want to try to jump a gap with thruster pack, you will fall down that gap and you'll be screaming Geronimo. Sword. You haven't seen any gameplay of Driftios. How, other than Griffball, does it feel same as the Reach version? Like I said before, feels relatively same, but less forgiving. You must be facing the guys head on, or else you're going to miss. I wonder if they'll fix this, but I don't know. I think this definitely does reduce the, sort of overpowered side to the Swords, where you could just fly with the frickin' thing. So that is pretty much it with that. Definitely Am said, I love you too, full homo. Favorite person you met at PAX? It could have been you, buddy. Next time, get your ass out there if I even do go to PAX next time. Favorite person, can I just say Yosh as a whole? And of course, Mr. Technical Difficulty, he's not part of Yosh, but I got to meet him too. So yeah, for those who don't know, I met Jimmy Carrick Snacks, or Big Snacks, or Rick, Minnesota Burns, Mr. Kyle, and Mr. Technical Difficult, Miss Heart Attack, and YouTubeable. Yes, I got to meet all those guys, and I got to high-five CNANers, and I talked to Bravo MLG, and I also saw Sergeant Merrill. Those are the few people that I did see at PAX. I did see Syndicate, but he had a huge line of people saying hi and shaking hands with him. And we got a few random, heaven forbid, Call of Duty comments. Pfft, why do I even have them on a paper here? Screw that! No, I'm kidding. I do like Call of Duty, and I hope Treyarch can fix, the bad impression that Modern Warfare 3 has left on pretty much all of us. I'm more of a Treyarch fan, but a Halo boy at heart. I don't know why I did that, but yes, Halo fanboy at heart. And yeah, so for those who are wondering, I will bring Call of Duty probably back on my channel when Black Ops 2 comes. I'm just kind of tired of Modern Warfare 3 at the moment. And I also look forward to Assassin's Creed 3. Alrighty guys, that is it for me this time around. I hope you guys enjoyed my Halo 4 PAX experience question and answer session. That is it. We're calling it. We're packing up here. We're shutting down this production here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for my channel for tons of Halo 4 content. Let's plays, you name it, out of the wazoo. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. My name is Chief Lallis, and I'm signing out. Geronimo!